Peace, my family, and we're all back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good nine mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher natures and cleansing. Okay. Cleansing the lobes. I came on here today to express my right now, family. Just checking in on y'all, seeing how y'all feeling out here. How y'all doing? Hope you guys up out here getting your study on and your reading, getting that good soul food and the campus of peace. The scrolls by Master Teacher Dr. Malachi L. Hope you're getting fed out here and choosing to be fed, right? Because you gotta be also willing to be fed. But yeah, it is up to you. And this journey is, again, all about you. What you gonna do, right? Understand that, our purpose is to get back to the Most High, right? And I say this a lot because it's true. And we have to understand that in order to do so, you gotta raise your consciousness levels up out here. And our master teacher's books was most definitely do so. Get you going and get you where you need to be mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and so much more. Again, family, we have to realize that we are all one and all the scriptures matter, right? All the scriptures matter, the ancient texts, all of it, yeah, all of it matters, right? Because again, when you are being introduced to so much truth and facts behind the religions and things like that, leading you up to our true culture, which it all came from, all the religions came from us, right? It came from Kemet, Egypt, Tamaray, right? So again, family, all of it matters. And again, as you can see, as we're going through the scriptures, a lot of people, different tribes and people that were sent, and no prophets that were sent at certain periods of time on this planet were sent to the nation of people, trying to give them a message, right? And had the proof, had the evidence, had the scriptures right in front of them, and a lot of people didn't believe it. And it was only a few that did, right? So again, we're looking at this today, right? And we back here again today. And people are out here trying to, figure out what's going on and why they are lost out here, right? And yeah, we were lost out here, right? I was lost out here trying to figure it all out. And everything that mattered to me was what the Most High wanted me to do. What was my purpose? And that's what led me on my path. And again, everybody likes to say, it's your path. Everyone has a path. That's right. Everyone does have a path. But again, let me just make this clear. Everyone has a path to choose. And it's up to us to begin to ask questions and talk to the Most High so the Most High can lead you to where you need to be. It's about asking questions, right? Not going off your own opinions and what you feel like and this, that, and the other, because that can lead you astray on how you feel about things and what you want to do out here. Remember that. So that's why it's very important to understand what the Most High is trying to tell you and let the Most High leads you and guides you where you need to be, right? Omnipotent Jesus, Joshua, Tammuz, Horus, Horem, Harum, right? All came down, right? They're all the same people. All the same people. All one person, That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, different titles and different cultures. Mind you that all of those cultures connect back to Egypt, Kemet, Tamaray, right? So all of it matters to feed you where you need to be, depending on what walk of life you come from, what religion you've been taught. That's why I'm reading through, because this is how I did it. It wasn't just I just chose one. I went through it. I went through a lot of the scrolls, right, before I got into, the point of seeing the truth for what it really is. So all of it matters, right? So you can get the full picture. You can get the full picture of all the noble prophets coming down and tell you something, right? Tell her something. And again, family, we back here again. Like I said, most people don't listen, right? We have to learn to listen and not let the past repeat itself again. Listening is key, and our master teacher, Dr. Malachi has rung the fruit, has bared the fruit, and given everything that we need, the tools, and broken down all the religions to understand the history behind them and where they came from, so we can get the full picture, understand what's happening here with our spirits and our soul, and getting our minds right and getting our soul right and purifying ourselves, getting back to the true way of life of how we're supposed to be living out here. Key word, living, right? Even though, yeah, of course we're dying and this, that, and the other, you know, that's what the transition is, the transformation is, as far as, moving on to the higher lives and things like that. But what I'm saying is, we must understand that through time, things are supposed to be given and seen to you so you can begin to grow and know out here. And it's important because, again, family, that's why people, die due to lack of knowledge. All of that matters. And of course, you can get answers from yourself, and you ask some questions going within, things like that, getting your answers you need, in the mental reservoir, the cosmos, whatever you like to call it, right? Of course. But again, family, to get the full picture of it all, you gotta know the truth out here. You gotta have your facts. You gotta have the knowledge. You gotta have the knowledge of yourself. It's very important. It's very important for you to know and renew your history out here, right? Because once you begin to renew your history out here, you can't be fooled. You can't be tricked. You can't be deceived out here. You gonna know, and you gonna know what's up. And that's what it is. That's where the state of mind you get back, in your godly state of being. And not to say that you are perfect, because no one is perfect, right? But again, you always working on yourself and growing. And again, family, everybody has different parts in themselves in the way that they choose to express themselves. No one is the same, and we have different parts of ourselves inside of ourselves. We're not just one way. We have many different creative gifts, many different things about ourselves that comes out in many different times. We're not just one thing. Everybody has different sides, right? And some may not want to bring out certain sides depending on a particular situation. So again, and people don't understand that when you are moving in this path, right, on the right path, the rawness gonna come out. Your whole self gonna come out. You can't hide from yourself. All of it's gonna come out. And that's what matters, because that's where your true gifts lie. So remember, it's not about, hiding certain parts of yourself. You gotta let it out. You gotta be who you are. And you can't run, and you can't hide. You gotta be who you are, because guess what, family? That's the way the Most High has created you. And again, family, that matters, right? Because that's where your gifts lie. That's when you're able to reach the people you're gonna reach with, being true to yourself and being yourself out here. That's what matters. Being authentic, that's what matters. Being who you are, because guess what? The world teaches you to be everything but you. Everything but who you are. And it's supposed to be, in a place where, you can be true to yourself, right? Only way you're going to be able to do that is you got to stand up for you, right? You got to stand up for you. You got to be the one to say, nah, I'm going to be myself. You know what yourself is. People are like, what is myself? You got to look at yourself and just erase everything that the world has taught you about yourself and start over like a baby, like moving in it like that. Before you was taught, what did you like? And not to say you like and dislikes is telling you about yourself, but that'll definitely help you get you going to kind of feel on what you like and what you cling to within, right? Because you know what that is without all of this stuff that's being fed to you every day. What you into, what you like. And again, family, like I said, once you begin to see the things that, cause you to be you. I know for myself, my strong focus, and as a child, I was always, cling more to my spiritual side of things. I always was like that. Always trying to figure stuff out. I was always in the Word trying to figure things out. That was just me. That's me. Everyone is different, right? But that was me. And again, learning that I thought, of course, back in the day, that, I don't know, for me, it wasn't quite as serious or put forth as a thing to be taken so serious at the particular time. So I didn't take it as it was something that was introduced to me, and it was just like, But then through time, I realized, no, this is serious, and this is what you're supposed to be doing out here. But again, when you get into the world side of things and people influence you and doing other things, then it's like, okay, what's going on here? It's going pretty much the total opposite, right? And you get caught up in it all, thinking like, you tend to forget, right, what you was doing and why you're here. So that's why, it's very important to not get distracted out here, right? And realize what the Most High says is it matters, and it's very important. It's the reason why He says certain things, to keep you away from certain things and experiencing certain things that you don't have to experience due to by free will choice of what you decide to do. So again, it's about moving in the will of the Most High, and all of it matters, right? So we have to remember that meanwhile while we're walking our path and doing what we have to do. And once you begin to clean yourself and purify yourself and get back on track with, getting out of the way of the world, things will begin to get a lot clearer for you and a lot simpler for you as far as how you move out here. And once you begin to get fed out here, you'll be good out here. You'll do good out here. And you'll see through the smoke. Because that's what it is. It's just a big, dark smoke. But again, family, once you begin to see clear, when you have the true light, and you begin to break through the smoke, and you'll begin to not, hide from yourself. You'll begin to shine bright, right? And no longer dim your light. You be true to who you are. No matter what. For sure. That's what it's about. Getting back to you and who you really are, and learning more about yourself, the essence of you, who you are, and what the Most High tells you about you. Not what you really think about you like that, you know what I'm saying? It's about what the Most High says about you, right? Because that's all that matters, right? Y'all gotta know out here what's up. I'm just saying, you gotta know. And once you begin to know, again, family, you won't easily be fooled and, follow the crowds out here. Because again, what we taught through wisdom is that when the crowds is more, going toward the world side of things and the masses side of things. And again, as you study and read and learn about the scriptures and everything, you'll find that it's the few people out here, the ones that are shine mocked and all this type of stuff, slandered and all that stuff, is the ones that you might want to need to be paying attention to, because those are the ones that are speaking for the Most High, right? Sent from the Most High, right? So you gotta learn from the stories you read. Learn from the past. Learn from our descendants. We are all one. And that's the trick they don't want you to know. They don't want you to figure out that we're all one. We all one seed line. Bloodline. All of us. 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 We one. So yeah. Figure it out, man. I just told you, but don't believe nothing I say. Like our math teacher says, check it out for yourself, read, and you'll begin to understand and see. This is exactly what I was being told, so now I'm telling you, check it out. Read for yourself. Just saying. Alright now, so again, family, if you have any questions, I'm here to help. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. On that note, family, let's get to it. Hope you all know, again, family, that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread that love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. And again, family, let me just say this too as well. As I'm going through these books and these scrolls, it's for you also to, follow along your own time and get through them and follow along too with your own self-study. And you'll begin to see, it break through. But you gotta follow along with what I'm starting with, right? Each scroll, whichever one I post, follow along with it and go along with it as far as you doing your own self-study and reading for yourself, right? So you can begin to see for yourself, right? So that's very important. So I want to say that too as well. Again, family, free our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. Release our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. Peace, shalom, Hashuk, divine love, family, and Watu. And it's all